Good morning. I couldn't not take a video this morning. I'm really trying to taper myself off. I don't know if you're going to miss them or if you're going to do some yourself. I sure hope it's the latter. You don't have to share them with classrooms of students. You can just keep them for yourself. I'm honestly doing these for myself, but then also my children, my legacy, my children. And then some of y'all, I feel like you're my children, so I'm doing them for some of y'all, but you know, it's not everybody's cup of tea. I get it. But I think if you didn't, and last week, if you haven't learned anything else other than the value of mindfulness, then my job here is finished. I have done my job. Because sports nutrition, as I've said multiple times this semester, was not the reason well, okay, back it up. Some of you very specifically, intentionally took this class because of the fact that you wanted to learn more about sports and or nutrition or how they work together. And I'm just going to let you know, I know that need was probably not fully met. My apologies. But at least you went into it going, I'll get what I can from the experience. And that's good. Because sometimes we sign up for things, literally and figuratively, where we don't get what we expected. So how do we feel about that? Do you feel like betrayed? Or do you feel slighted? Do you feel frustrated? What are you going to do with that? So I had to do this video because of our conversations about light and dark and perspective. Wallowing in it versus getting yourself up, dusting yourself off, and re-engaging in the fight. It's just all of the things. Because this is a very gray day. It was sprinkling a minute ago. There is sand, there's clay, and it is gray. So it's kind of like that literal place of wallowing in it. It's like a pig wallowing in the mud. It's like a toddler having a temper tantrum, just kicking and screaming on the floor. Here comes the sprinkles again. And then you got temper tantrums too. What does your temper tantrum look like? What do? You know what you do. Some of us get silent and reserved. We pull away. We get quiet. Others of us spew toxic, venomous words from our mouths to hurt those around us. You should be breathing well right now. And others of us do a little bit of both. But as I was sitting here, what is the other thing that visits us on our quiet moments, drawing near to the sunrise and the water? What interrupts our time together more often than not? The airplanes. It's just a matter of time before we hear another one or see another one. But again, it is gray and it is foggy. But we can hear them. What was the other thing that would visit me when I was at Ebenezer Park? I know Joe Brown knows. The yellow jacket. Because I can close my eyes and I can breathe deep and well, but sometimes it just gets in your ear and you can't silence it, or at least you notice it. What are you doing with it? The cool thing about the airplane being the word picture here, what happened when I went on my airplane ride to Iowa? What does it do? What happens when you're in that airplane and it takes off and it starts to soar above this. Oh, yeah. They get to see things from a different perspective, right? And what does it take for you to have a change in perspective? For me, a lot of times, I need something hard to happen. Unfortunately. Anybody else learn lessons the hard way? Yeah, it stinks. But that's what it takes for some of us. Others of us are more teachable. It just takes the look. And that's all it takes to turn it around. So, as we sit in this spot near the lake with gray clouds and fog and sometimes rain, let's remember, all of us, let's always encourage and remind one another that all we need is a change of perspective in order for us to rise above the mucky mire, the toxic yuck. I don't even know how you want to picture it, but it's like you are getting up and out and you're raising yourself above it. And sometimes we've got people coming alongside of us and extending a hand. That's my favorite, when I see other people extending a hand. Why don't we do more of that here on campus? Extending a hand, literally and figuratively, to those fellow humans around us. Because we can. Because we're feeling stronger now. More aware, more enlightened. However you want to say it. You extend your hand and you help a brother out, help a sister out. You notice. And then, you know what? Sometimes we do have to do it all by ourselves. But you are not alone. Do not believe the lie. Do not suffer in silence. There are people ready and waiting to help. You have to ask sometimes. Sometimes you do have to ask because people don't notice. That's the hard thing. That's the brave thing. So, you get up, you get above those clouds, and you see the sun shine brightly. And in that, light pushes away the darkness, exposes the things that need to be seen, and healing and hope return. I'm just saying. We shine brighter together. You are a coffee bean. Choose to be a coffee bean instead of an egg or carrot. Or was it a potato? Either way, you understand. It has been my honor and privilege to be your teacher of something. I don't know what you learned, but I hope you leave having learned something. Oh, and I hope they're gems of treasures that you will be able to put in your crown that you wear as you confidently march onward and upward and away from this class onto greatness, because you have a different mindset. That's what you learned in sports nutrition. You learned how to change your mindset. Look, listen, learn, leave different. Leave different, but leave better. That's what you learned. Well, that's what I learned. I learned teaching you that, amongst other things. But. All right. I hope you take my human development class, because I'm really excited about what we can do there for the whole school, like on a grander scale. What could we do? What could we do to take what we've done together here and make human development class the best class on campus? Because that's the class that people take because they want to change their humanity or just be a better human. That's awesome. I'm excited. All right. Y'all have an awesome day.